Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And I am back. I'm glad I'm back. I apologize for having to miss a couple of days. But, sometimes things like that happen. But anyway, tonight we are going to break down Julius Randle and Elfrid Payton and take a look at how these guys just might fit. Well, I don't even want to say the Knicks offense because I don't know what kind of offense the Knicks have. Well, we're going to take a look at ways that David Fizdale can use Elfrid Payton, Julius Randle. So let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rock.
That's the G.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. We got some guys in the video chat. We got City for Real. We got Nate. We got the Guillermo in the chat. And, I'm going to get to these guys. We're going to introduce them and find out how guys have been for the past couple of days since I haven't been here. See how guys have been, see what guys have been doing. And then we're going to get into this breakdown. We're going to break down Julius Randle. We're going to break down Elfrid Payton. We're going to look at some of the things that they do on the floor. All right, so let's get to these guys, and we're going to get to the get down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rock. All right, and again, I'm sorry for the delay. I know I'm about a half an hour late. I'm like my boy Nas, though. Never on schedule, but I'm always on time. Yeah, I had to do it. I had to take it. I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it. All right, man. Let me mute some of these guys, so that way we can get a good clear sound. Guillermo, coming to you first. Oh, he got his R.J. Barrett. Hold up, I lost. There we go. He got his R.J. Barrett
all day,
jersey.
Man. All day.
What's going on with you, brother? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. Trying to get through some stuff to give to you, man. But yeah, just working and slaving away, man. But yeah, I'm feeling good, man. My Mets are out of contention officially.
Yeah.
My Jets are doing bad, so Manchester United is sucking right now. So yeah, the only thing I got to look forward to right now is my Knicks, man. And yeah, I'm excited to get through this film breakdown, man, because I think that Randle is very underrated. Still has a lot of room to grow, but the guy's progressing rather rapidly on the offensive end. Still has room to grow on the defensive end. But the more and more I look at this, the more and more I see a potential leader for this team, man. And I'm excited what he could bring, man. And Payton, look, Payton has a high floor. I think if all the point guard projects that we have, if they fail, you always have a guy like Payton who can come in, implement the offense that I think Fizdale wants, right. At least at the very basic, at the very worst, at a basic level. And he's a really good facilitator. And I think that if Fizdale has a right system where guys are moving in motion, it's not stagnant like last year, which I think the Knicks were we had the least amount in catch and shoots and all this other stuff. We were just a stagnant team. If we have more motion, this team could be rather dangerous, man. A lot more guys get easier looks, and this Knicks team could look a lot more different from what we see in past years if these guys play at even 80% of what they did, last year. So, I'm excited, man. Let's get it.
Yeah. And some of the things that we're gonna look at in the videos tonight is gonna show, especially with Julius Randle, some of the different things that he can do, and Fizdale can use Julius Randle correctly, man. He can be a dynamic player. You know what I'm saying? He can really be a dynamic player. It's just going to be up to Fizdale to use him the right way, because there's a lot of things he can do. And, City is always talking about Elfrid Payton. And you guys are going to get a chance to see why tonight, man. And some of the things that he really can do, and the chemistry that he already has with Julius Randle. You know what I mean? That's important, man. That's really important. That they already have some things working from their days in New Orleans, and I think that's gonna come into play this season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Randle, man. Like, and I know I'll just say it's about Randle, man. Like, I'll say it's for the other thing I'm doing. So get to it, man. I don't want to talk too much on Randle, man.
All right. I don't want you to blow your cover. I don't want you to blow your cover
yeah.
too early. Yeah, all right. City, what's going on, brother? How you feeling? City, for real. You good? You there?
Yeah, I'm good, man. What's going on, Sam?
I'm good, man. How you been last couple of days?
Oh, I've been hurting, but I'm good that the Giants won. But I've been hurting, man. I couldn't talk no Knicks. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm back.
This is my, like I said earlier, man, this is my therapy session, bro.
Yeah. Well, we back in there, so we gonna get it. We gonna do it.
Back in the building.
Yeah. The Giants. I didn't want to say nothing about the Giants with Guillermo because he's a Jets fan. But the Giants, you gotta like Daniel Jones, right?
About him. We ain't gotta worry about him. He's a Jets fan. But
right.
Yo, again, hey man, I like what you said a little bit ago, you know, about my guy Payton. I'm hoping him and Randle do they Batman and Robin thing, peanut butter and jelly thing, you know, hamburger thing, like, you know what I'm saying? I hope they bring their chemistry to our team, and like I've been saying, surprise some people. That's all. That's what I'm looking for, man.
And I think they can do just that, man. I think they could do just that. Elfrid Payton. People can't sleep on the guy. Don't sleep on him. Really, don't sleep on him.
Yeah, we about to see it. We about to see it anyway. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Don't sleep on him. Let me get to Nate. Nate, what's good, brother? How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. Just been working. You know, it's good. I think it's about 30 days out from the first regular season game, so right around the corner, man. Training camp's gonna start end of the month, right?
Training camp's gonna start the end of the month. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for that. Can't wait for training camp to start. You know what I mean? I believe media day is Monday, right? Monday, September 30th, media day, right?
Yeah. Are you gonna try to see if you can go to some of the practices if they have open practices?
I'm gonna see. You know, right now it's very hard because my daughter is doing a lot of stuff with basketball. Yeah. You know what I mean? Going to camps and overnight visits and official visits and stuff like that. So I definitely got to be there for that. So the Knicks got to take back seat to that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Marty Nick said, I owe Daniel Jones an apology. I don't know, Marty. I don't think I do. I never said anything bad about Daniel Jones because I didn't know about the kid. So I did have a time when me and the entertainer, we talked about Daniel Jones a little bit. And he asked me what I thought about him. And I was really just like, I don't know because I don't know anything about him. So no, I don't owe him an apology. I was just waiting to see what the kid can do. I didn't know who, you know, I mean, I knew who he was, but I hadn't really watched him. Not that many people watch Duke football, you know. So, yeah, I don't know if I owe him an apology. I'm just glad that the Giants won and we look like we got something popping off with Daniel Jones and you know.
But now Barkley went down.
Yeah, now Barkley went down. That's not good. That's not good at all. That Barkley went down.
Just when you get the quarterback, now Barkley goes down.
Yeah. But hey, look, the future is bright. Daniel Jones, and I'm sorry for Jets fans and if there's Bills fans in here, I'm sorry. But Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Evan Ingram,
Golden Tate, he's coming back.
Golden Tate. You know what I'm saying? And then what's his name? I can't even think of his name right now.
Sterling Shepard.
But, you know, barring Golden Tate, those four, Evan Ingram, Sterling Shepard, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones, I mean, that's the future of the offense right there. You make sure we got a good line. We have a young defense. They haven't played well, but we have a young defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And once we get those things popping, I think think we're ready to go.
Yeah, man, you guys aren't worse than the Redskins.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, they got demolished against the Bears Monday night, and we're going to face off against them. We're going to face off against them this week, so
Yeah, it wasn't even
we can see how that goes. But anyway, man, let's get to this breakdown. All right, we're going to get to this breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about Julius Randle. We're going to talk about Elfrid Payton. We're going to take a look at some of the things that they do and how they can work, how Fizdale can use them. Let me say that. How Fizdale can use Julius Randle. How Fizdale can use Elfrid Payton. All right, so we're going to go backwards a little bit, back to when we were breaking down the players on the team, when we were doing the position battles. And we're going to look at some of their stats from the previous season. And then we're going to get into some film breakdown. All right, so bear with me as I get some information over here on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to say that I believe you are going to be very, with Elfrid Payton, you're going to be very, what I want to say, very, I don't know if I want to say surprised, because I think you probably know about Elfrid Payton already. But you're going to feel very good about Elfrid Payton, because the guy has a lot of skills that I think this team has been missing. And if we had Elfrid Payton last season, I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, if we had him last season, I'm not going to say we could have looked different as a team having a point guard like Elfrid Payton. That's my opinion on the guy. I like what he brings to this team a lot. If he's not going to be part of the future of this team, I think he's going to be very good for Frank Ntilikina. And yes, I still, believe in Frank Ntilikina some kind of way. But let's get this over here and let's get this started. And let me get myself up on the screen for you, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. And I apologize for some things that may be taking long. But anyway, Julius Randle, he's 6'9", he's 250 pounds. And we went over Julius Randle not too long ago. We know that Julius Randle is going to be the starting power forward for the New York Knicks. No position battle there. Right? We know what he is. Julius Randle, ladies and gentlemen, he's coming to the Knicks. He was acquired in free agency. And you guys know this, but for those who may be new, you may not know it. He's acquired in free agency this summer. He averaged 21.4 points per game for the New Orleans Pelicans last season. 8.7 rebounds per game. 3.1 assists per game. 2.8 turnovers. And last season, he shot 52% from the field and 34% from three. Those two numbers are important because he's going to get more shots this season. Last season, he shot 15 shots a game, the most he's ever in his career. Still shot 52%. This season, he's probably going to go up to about 18 or 19 shots per game. We'll see if his field goal percentage stays the same. He shot the best he's ever shot from three last season at 34%. He's going to get more three-point attempts this season. We'll see. We will see if he's gotten better. But let's look at some things that Julius Randle does before we get into the breakdown. Oh, I'm sorry. And he did that on 30.6 minutes per game. All right, let's look at scoring positions. Okay, where does he score from? How does he get his points? He scores from post play, and you're going to see his post play, and we're going to look at some things about his post play and how it needs to work for the Knicks. Pick and roll, scores out of the pick and roll. And sometimes he scores from the post. I'm sorry, he's in the post, but then comes out and does a pick and roll. You'll see it. He can advance the basketball. He can isolate off the dribble, which, we don't want a whole lot of isolation, but he can do it. And he can shoot from three. As you can see, he shot 34%. We're also going to talk about playing with another big man. All right, we're going to take a look at that because that is important. That's really important for. It's really important to see how you can play with another big man on the floor so that you can know who to pair him with. You know, I know a lot of people want to see him and Mitchell Robinson on the floor. We're going to, you know, kind of talk about ways that him and Mitchell Robinson can work together. Also, you know, you might see him on the floor with Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson, and we're going to take a look at just a couple of plays on how him and Anthony Davis work together and some things that might be important. Things that might be important for Julius Randle to succeed with another big man on the floor. So let's get into the breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. You can see right now, you can see Julius Randle on the floor. All right. And we're going to start with post play. So let's play it here. Let's pause it. You see Julius Randle in the post already. Okay. And you see Julius Randle here. One thing that I want you to pay attention to is off the ball. Let's look at things happening off the ball. And I really want to see Fizdale do some of these things, implement some of these type of actions. Julius Randle is a beast in the post. You see Julius Randle here in the post. You look off the ball, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 people off the ball. You're going to see some action over here. You're going to see movement taking place, movement happening. Why are you going to see this movement happening? Because you don't want Julius Randle to get double teamed. If you just got guys standing around the perimeter, it's much easier to send a double team. Right? And then, of course, Julius Randle would have to find the open person where the double team came from. But the more you can keep, Julius Randle is a beast in the post. The more you can keep guys moving off the ball, the more defense has to follow and pay attention to them. Right? Now, Julius Randle can pass a little bit as well. You know what I mean? So if you got guys moving off the ball and someone does come and double team, he may be able to find that passer. All right, let's move forward. Let's take a look. Julius Randle, you see guys here moving, right? You see them up there moving. Julius Randle gets the ball. The double team can't come. Let's rewind that just a little bit, right? The double team tried to come. You're going to see right here. You're going to see right here if this double team is trying to come, right? But he can't. He loses his guy because there's off the ball movement. So the double team can't come. All right, let's go ahead and play it. And you'll see the double team comes, but he can't. He's looking for his guy. Julius Randle goes one-on-one and dunks it. Look at it one more time. Boom, double team comes. He can't. Julius Randle dunks it. All right. That's one thing that we've got to have. Get the ball to Julius Randle in the post and let other guys move off the ball. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it playing. Because here is another way, and this is so important, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see Julius Randle in the post once again. Shooters are going to be having shooters on the perimeter is going to be important. If we want Julius Randle, we think that Julius Randle can average 24 points a game, then you got to have shooters. All right. And here's the important, and we're going to look at this a little bit later. Here's the importance of another big man on the floor. You see Anthony Davis here, kind of in this short corner, right? This is important because Anthony Davis can shoot the ball. So this guy has to pay attention to Anthony Davis. You see Elfrid Payton out here on the perimeter. You see whoever here. And then you see coming down through the lane a little bit. All right, which in this situation, you would hope that you keep that lane clear so you can spread the floor out. All right, let's take a look at how this goes down. But you see, he gets out the way, moves his man out the way. Julius Randle He's on his way to the basket, ladies and gentlemen. Right? And let me get my pointer up here. You see, he kind of starts to move his man out the way. Julius Randle's on his way to the basket. And like we said, Julius Randle is a beast of a player down there. He is a beast. There's no doubt about it. Julius Randle is a beast. All right, let's keep the play going. Julius Randle bowls his way aside. Now, it would be beneficial because Julius Randle is so strong and big in that post. You see 1, 2, 3 people around him. We got to have shooters, ladies and gentlemen. And this is when, some people screamed at me when I said Wayne Ellington could end up being a guy that starts. This is part of the reason why, folks. You just look at this here. Julius Randle has 3 people around him. You have Moore out here on the 3-point line. You had Elfrid Payton out here on the 3-point line. Okay? Anthony Davis is in the short corner. And still, this is important because you need a big man that can knock down that short corner shot. Julius Randle's in the post. He can kick it to either one of these guys. Now, in this clip, he's going to take it to the basket. But we've got to have guys that can knock it down. Got to have guys that can knock it down. Now, if you're talking about, having Elfrid Payton or Dennis Smith Jr. starting at that point guard spot, also having R.J. Barrett starting at the shooting guard spot, are those guys going to knock it down consistently? We'll talk about Elfrid Payton and his 3-point shooting, but are those guys going to knock that down consistently? You got to have guys that can knock it down. All right, let's keep this moving. You see, he goes ahead, scores. Right? Oh, sorry about that. Let's bring this back here, and I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit. All right. Again, you see, he goes in and he scores. We're gonna keep it moving here. You see, he can face up. Right? He's a guy that can face up. And which is good because he is a decent passer. And you'll see that a little bit later. You actually see it when we look at Elfrid Payton. Right? But he is a decent passer. So the fact that he can face up and still score, he can see the floor. I want Fizdale to use this skill. We'll see it a little bit later. It's not in these clips. I'm kind of, looking at his scoring in these clips. But he can pass the basketball. And I do want Fizdale to use Julius Randle's skill to pass the basketball. All right, so let me press play. I don't want to skip to the next screen. Let me go ahead and press play. And you see he takes it to the cup. And still, let's rewind this a little bit now. I want to rewind it because you're going to see again. I want to keep compounding this point about having shooters on the floor. I want to keep compounding it. So we're going to bring it back. Not that far. Ready? Play. He goes to the cup. Bang. Look how many people are around Julius Randle because he's such a beast down low. 1, 2, 3. He even got a guy over here. Right? He sucks everybody into the paint because he is such a beast in the paint. He sucks everybody in. You got to now, Elfrid Payton is in position. This guy over here, he's watching. I guess he just knows that Julius Randle is about to score the basketball. Right? But we got to have shooters out here so that he can kick the ball out when it's available and when he has mind to do so. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind as we start to really talk about these start lineups and all this kind of stuff. All right, let's let it play. There you go. Julius Randle, he scores. Now, another thing that Julius Randle does is screen and roll. Let's bring it back. All right, Julius Randle can score out of the screen and roll. He really is an all-purpose type of a scorer. We'll bring it back, and you'll see him and Elfrid Payton. And you're going to see a lot of this now. Him and Elfrid Payton. You see it, screen and roll, score. Not too much to really break down there. You guys know what a screen and roll is. All right. Again. Sorry about that. And, you know. And here we go again. You're going to see him. Screen. This time, you know, they kind of slip a little bit. Screen and roll, one dribble to the cup. All right, and he goes with such speed and such power when he's coming off that screen and roll. It's not going to be a high flyer, right? It's not going to be a high flyer dunking over the top of everyone with those screen and rolls. Let's come back just a little bit more. And maybe I cut out the clip, but there was a clip where I wanted to show you. You see Julius Randle again scoring out of that screen and roll. All right. And you're going to see him here slip the screen and roll. Like I said, this guy is he's very good. The screen and roll is going to come. He's going to come this way. Then Julius Randle is going to set the screen. The guard is going to come here. I believe this is the clip. And then Randle is going to come this way. And he's going to get caught with the roll to the basket. All right, which is very good because that means he's able to read the defense. You know, it's not something that, you know, they've got to just straight up call a play. He's able to read the defense and see what happens with the defense. And then you got to have a guard that can get it to him. Elfrid Payton, I believe Dennis Smith Jr. can get it to him and read the defense. Hopefully Frank Ntilikina can read the defense with him as well. All right, you see it? Boom, bam. And then flies down the middle. Like I said, he's a beast of a player. Right? Now, Julius Randle can also go off the dribble. And it is, you know, we talk about and we ask the question, can Julius Randle be the go-to guy? Can Julius Randle be the guy that can, you know, just go get you a bucket? I think that he can. I don't have the answer as to can he do it every single night on a nightly basis where you just rely on him in those moments. But I think that he can because he is so strong and he is so powerful. And he does have some off the dribble moves. And you're going to see it here. You see him here, boom. You can go off the dribble to the cup, finesse the ball in. All right, let this go a bit. You also see he can shoot it from three. Right? You see the defense collapse on the penetrator. Julius Randle is ready to knock it down from three. And he steps back, knocks it down. Right? Now, this is something that he's added to his game. Right? Something that he's added to his game. Julius Randle can go the length of the court. Right? You know how I talk about it all the time. You know how I feel about big men that can go the length of the court. Let's take a look at him again. Right? Julius Randle can go the length of the court. Takes the ball, length of the court. Bam. Goes to the cup and lays it in. And there's plenty of clips. You can go on YouTube yourself and look at these clips to watch Julius Randle go the length of the court at times and score. And even while he's initiating that fast break, find other people that are in transition with him. Okay. Now, this is something that's important to me. We're going to get to Julius Randle. And let me bring myself over for a minute. We're going to get to Julius Randle and how he can work with another big man. Okay? Because this is important. Very important. All right. Julius Randle is, like I said, he's a beast down low. All right. And he is he makes the defense collapse. He draws the defense. So when you talk about having a big man on the floor, you really got to have a big man that can shoot, that can knock down that short corner shot. Okay. You got to have a big man that, like Mitchell Robinson, that if he is in the short corner and Julius Randle comes in and dips it off to Mitchell Robinson, he can bang it on him. All right. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about on film. Right. And I know hopefully I had myself on the screen in the previous shot. Hopefully it didn't get in the way with some of the things that I was talking about. All right. If it did, I apologize. But let's go back to the film. All right. So you see now, and let me get there we go. Okay, so you see now, excuse me, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit, not that far. One thing that I really liked, you're going to see Anthony Davis here. He delivered the basketball to Julius Randle. Anthony Davis is right here. He delivered the ball to Julius Randle in the post. I think that's important. I like when you can have a big man, and Anthony Davis is the center here. Anthony Davis is the center. I like when you can have a big man deliver the ball in the post. All right. I believe that it makes a big difference. Okay, because now, Anthony Davis can step outside his three-point line and take a shot blocker or take a big person out the lane so that Julius Randle can get to the basket. All right. That's important. I think that's very important. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to play the clip. Now, see where Anthony Davis is going. All right, Anthony Davis is here. He sets a little screen here. Not much. I don't know if that screen was even meant to do much. Anthony Davis sets a little screen here. Number 2, he's going to come off over here. Anthony Davis is going to float down to this short corner again. Right? It's going to float down to that short corner again. So let's go ahead and roll the tape. So you see him here. He's down. Julius Randle has the ball here. Anthony Davis is here. He's going to start to float even a little more here. Right? In this area. Drawing his guy away from the basket. Okay. Now, Julius Randle, he's got to have eyes. Because you can see they're watching Anthony Davis, and this is the importance of having a big guy that can, another big guy that can score in multiple ways. They already got a double team on Anthony Davis. Okay, Julius Randle, there could be a skip here. He goes baseline, kick it back out to Davis. Davis lays it in. That's not what's going to happen in this play. I'm just saying some things that could happen. So Julius Randle, especially for the Knicks, he's going to need to be able to have eyes out of this post and see who's open, see who's available. Okay? We're going to let it play. See how it transpires. You see Julius Randle went in for the score, but I know he didn't kick it to Anthony Davis. But the reason why Julius Randle can go ahead and score kind of freely and go one-on-one is partly because Anthony Davis is on the floor. Right? Because in this spot here, and I did it once more. All right, let's skip to where we need to be. All right. Jeez. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Because in this spot here, right? You see, he has to stay. They've got to stay with Anthony Davis because they know if Julius Randle kicks that ball to Anthony Davis, it's going to be a bucket, which just allows Julius Randle to be able to go one-on-one. All right? And then you see Julius Randle goes in, scores the basketball. All right, let's take a look at this play here. You're going to see the same exact thing. Anthony Davis over in that short corner, keeping that floor spread. All right, Julius Randle, Anthony Davis. Now, let's talk about, and then, of course, you got shooters around the perimeter. Boom, boom, boom. All right, keep those shooters in mind. So let's talk about this short corner play here. This is likely going to be Mitchell Robinson, Taj Gibson, Bobby Portis. Right? If it's Mitchell Robinson, he's probably not shooting that short corner jumper. Maybe he develops it. We'll see. We haven't seen him shoot many jumpers. I think I've seen him shoot 1 or 2 jumpers with the Knicks, and they were air balls. All right, that short corner jumper could be a key shot if Julius Randle is going to be in the post this way and Fizdale utilizes this type of offense. Taj Gibson can hit it. Bobby Portis can hit it. If they're playing really small and you got Marcus Morris on the floor, he can probably hit it. All right. This short corner here is going to be important. Now, you could also spread Anthony Davis all the way out here to the 3. If that's Mitchell Robinson, that's probably not going to happen. If it's Bobby Portis, it can happen, and it probably will happen. So just look at it, folks. If you got Julius Randle here, and this is Bobby Portis, all the way out here to the 3-point line, that pulls, if they were playing the 76ers, it would pull Muscala all the way out here. You got an open floor. Now, of course, everyone's going to have 1 foot in the paint. You know what I'm saying? But it leaves shooters and people for Julius Randle to pass to and wide open shots. That's the key right there. Wide open shots. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Having this type of post play, while so many people say that playing in the post is no longer part of this NBA game, you can see where playing in the post is so effective. Right? So effective. Let's let it go. But you see Julius Randle goes in, scores the basketball. All right. And we'll look once more. I'll let the play go through, but we're going to bring it back. You see the importance of Anthony Davis being a guy that can knock down the 3. Because it opens up the lanes, and we're coming back a little bit more. There we go. You see, it's going to open up the lane. Because Anthony Davis is a 3, can knock down that 3. Julius Randle's down here in this little, right here near the box. This guy here is going to penetrate to the basket. He's got to be careful. Can't let Anthony Davis float around his 3-point line because he's going to knock it down. He'll knock it down. So that could be Bobby Portis. Like we said, probably not Mitchell Robinson, but it could be Bobby Portis. And David Fizdale is going to have to use different strategies depending on who's on the floor between Bobby Portis and Mitchell Robinson. All right. So let's let it play. You see, he goes to the cup. And if you look at it once more, I'm going to play. Let's stop. He's on his way to the basket. He's on his way to the cup. He's looking, but he's not leaving. Because Anthony Davis demands it. Yeah, I'll look. I'm going to turn my head, but I'm not going to leave. He probably won't really leave until this guy gets deep in here, where it might be a little bit tough to get that pass out, and he has a little bit more time to recover. Right? But he's not leaving. Not right now. You see, now he leaves, but he's already in the air looking to pass here. That's the importance of having. Now he leaves. You see him there. He's already in the air looking to pass here. Now he feels more comfortable leaving Anthony Davis. That's the importance of having someone like Bobby Portis on the floor. And this is the reason why the Knicks signed Bobby Portis with that particular skill set. You can see that these things, the Knicks thought through who they were going to sign. They didn't just go out and sign some guys. People tried to laugh at, oh, they signed all of these forwards and whatever it is. They thought about what they were doing. They thought hard about what they were doing. All right, let's let it go. Julius Randle to the cup for the dunk. Okay. Now, let's look here. You see Julius Randle. We talked about Julius Randle being able to run the floor. I'm talking about to advance the ball up the floor. But he can also run the floor. And hopefully, you see Anthony Davis has the ball here. Anthony Davis has the ball here. You're going to see Julius Randle run the middle of the floor, coming into your screen. And hopefully, Mitchell Robinson should be able to make this pass. I know Bobby Portis and Taj Gibson can both make this pass. But it's important to have a big man that can pass the ball. But what allows a big man to be able to make that pass easily is a big man that is a threat from that area. Okay, Mitchell Robinson is not too much of a threat from that area, but what could happen and why Mitchell Robinson could still get this pass off to a Julius Randle, of course, he's got to, and I'm pretty sure Mitchell Robinson understands the game enough to make that pass. It's the fact that Mitchell Robinson can't shoot, so this defender is probably hanging back in here, which could stop Julius Randle from getting that lane to the basket. Right, which is another important thing. Those lanes to the basket are why you got to have shooters out there on the floor, even from your big man spot. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let it play. You see it? Boom, to the cup. He lays it in. Easy bucket. Like we said, Julius Randle is a beast of a player down there. All right, and you see there, Anthony Davis shoots it up from three, and the Pelicans were able to get the offensive rebound. All right. I'm not even sure why I let that play stay in there. Should have taken it out. One last thing on Julius Randle. I want to see David Fizdale utilize plays like you're about to see on the screen. So let me break this down for you. Okay. Let me break this down for you. You're in film school right now, ladies and gentlemen. You're in film breakdown. I do this with my players all the time. Okay, so I want you to see here. And this is something that could be very effective for the Knicks. Okay. You're going to see Julius Randle set the screen for what's his name here. Can't even think of his name right now. He's going to pass the ball to him. He's going to come off the screen, and then you're going to see Julius Randle roll. Right? Nice play, very crafty way to use your guard and not require your ball handler, to have to create everything on his own. Okay? Very crafty, and I would like to see David Fizdale implement plays like this. Okay, you see these guys here, they're kind of off the ball, waiting to see what happens with the action. But there's a lot of action here. Let's take a look at it. Boom. And it hits him off. And bam. Rewind it just a bit. You're going to see it again. Julius Randle sets the screen. What's his name comes off the screen, receives the bounce pass, or the pass, whatever kind of pass it was. Bam, and now you stop it here. And it's almost unstoppable because let me get my pointer up here because he has no choice but to help out here, or else he's on the way to the cup for a layup or a dunk. So Julius Randle gets the natural role. These are easy plays, easy sets, easy designs that I didn't always see from the Knicks last year with David Fizdale, and I'm hoping that they get implemented, and this is a perfect way that you can use Julius Randle because he does these things. And I hope that David Fizdale is breaking down the things that the Pelicans have done and use them so that Julius Randle can have a great year for the New York Knicks. Right. And I'll go ahead and let the play go out. And there he goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, talk to me, folks. Talk to me. I want to know what you think. I'm going to bring these guys back up. All right. And I want to get your point of view from the chat. All right. I want to hear what you think. I want to hear what guys in the video chat think. And, if you have any other things that you'd like to add. Because I'm pretty sure you guys have some ideas about how the Knicks should be using Julius Randle. And we're also going to we're not just going to look at Julius Randle. We're also going to take a look at Elfrid Payton, but we'll get to Elfrid Payton in a minute. And I know City for Real is excited about getting to Elfrid Payton. I know that he is. You've seen him come up on my screen a couple of times because, I have my little gaffes. But let's go ahead and get to these guys in the chat and let's talk a little bit. All right, let's talk a little bit. Hopefully you guys got to see what I was doing on the screen. All right. Nate, I'm going to come to you, man. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Good, man. I'm good. I didn't get to see any of the videos because I'm on my phone. But I kind of understand what you're saying. So I'm going to tell you what I've seen how they use Julius Randle in previous teams. So first off, Julius Randle is a huge mismatch. Mm-hmm. He's too quick. He's too quick for a big on a 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. And he's almost as quick as a 3. So, the guy's got great handles. He can take the ball up the court, like you mentioned. The way I think that they should utilize Julius Randle is how I thought they should utilize Melo when they traded for him. But Melo's a big guy, and Melo, if he would have been more of a willing passer, I think the team would have been better if Melo would have played that point forward role. But Melo isn't a willing passer. He's more of a, hey, I'm gonna take the shot if I got it and whatever. I think Randle is different in the sense that Randle is going to be a willing passer. I'm actually think that he could average around 5 assists this year because there are going to be opportunities to take the ball inside. And if there's a lot of traffic inside, kick it out to some shooters. Like you mentioned, the Knicks did go out and sign guys that can shoot the ball. And I think that's basically because they want to center the offense under with Randle. And so I think you can use him in multiple ways. You can put him at the top of the key against the big and just have him blow by the guy. And if, like I said, if there's traffic there, kick it out to a Barrett, kick it out to a Knox, kick it out to an Ellington or whoever you have it out there as a shooter, Dotson, and make that pass. Or he could use his finesse and he can use his craftiness to get to the cup because – again, I go back to that KP video when he played against KP. He tore up KP, but he did it because he was crafty. KP would try to go for the block and he'd go the other way, or he'd use his body and kind of brush KP aside and make the layup. I think this guy moves without the ball better than any big I've ever seen. Okay. And you can, and like I said, he's been working on his 3-point shot. So that's definitely going to help his offensive repertoire as far as if guys start crowding him at the top. If he can shoot the ball, that's going to be an added bonus. But this guy's a bowling ball. He's a bowling ball on skates because he can really body up with the bigs inside with his muscle, but also too, the guy can take bigs, off their feet. Like, he can blow by him. He's a very quick guy. Like,
Yeah.
Knicks fans, if you remember Julius Randle when we played the Lakers, I mean, he killed us all the time because he was hard to defend. We had nobody that could match up with him speed-wise. And so he's going to have that huge advantage. Now, he's not the tallest guy, but I think he could be that point forward role where he could average around 5 assists a game because he's just kicking them out to the open shooters.
Okay.
Because he's gonna draw double teams. He's gonna draw attention inside, and a lot of these teams don't think these guys can shoot. So more likely they're not gonna commit to them as much, or they'll play them halfway and just roll out there if they get the ball. But I think that he very well could be very deadly inside. Either scoring at the cup or passing the ball out of the double teams or passing the ball out of traffic out to the shooters.
Okay. So. Yeah, and you're seeing in those clips, there's going to be a lot of shooters open because he is a beast going to the basket. He's just a beast down there. Anybody else want to chime in real quick? City, you got something you want to jump in there?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think about how to start it off. So anyways, let's just start it off like this, right? Let's just hope, since we got Perry in the system, we got Perry in the building, and we already know Payton, he's a Perry pick or whatever, right? So let's just start off with this. If we can bring the Thunder and the Lightning, you know what I'm saying, with Julius and Payton, or bring the Batman and the Robin, even if we playing pick and roll, you know what I'm saying? And let's just say when we roll into the hole, it get closed off. We got to find some shooters. Who are we going to put out there? We got Marcus Morris we could put out there. He can hit the three. We got Portis. We could put him out there. He can hit the three. Looks like Iggy can hit the three, depending on, you know what I'm saying, of how the minutes are going to go down. We got Trey here. He can hit the three. So we got some guys that can do some stuff, and we got the talent to actually be a decent team this year. You know what I mean? The only thing is just a matter of putting it all together and seeing if everything will gel. Now, I don't know if we're going to see all of these guys here next year or whatever, but I do think the guys that do step up and play a good game, we probably will see them back.
Okay. And you're probably right about that. You know what I mean? You're probably right about that. Anybody else want to jump in real quick because we're going to get to Elfrid Payton. You know what I mean? I really want to look at Elfrid Payton. Isaiah, go ahead, man.
Hey. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Guillermo wanted to go first, Sam.
Well, I don't even see his picture on the screen, so go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So with Julius Randle, man, I'm really excited to see what he can do. I'm excited to see him play with one of the bigs. Like, I was listening to the video before I hopped on the chat. I'm really hoping that with Julius Randle, I'm looking if he can average 3 or 4 assists. Maybe 4 is asking too much, but I want to see him average at least 3 or 4 assists. To see him if he has some skills as a passing big man. I know because I've seen him bring up the ball off the court. He's working on his defense. I would really hope to see his defense take it up another notch. He's going to be the vocal point, and he can keep a good efficiency, pass the ball, play some better defense. I'm excited, man.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to Guillermo. If I don't know if he wants to bring his picture up on the screen or not. You know what I mean? But
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
For some reason, my browser's like acting funny, so
okay.
I'm trying to fix it, but yeah, I'm not trying to stay off like purposely. I don't know what's happening in my browser, but with Julius Randle, man, like, again, offensively, he's like a jack of all trades, man. The kid, when we talk, he has some weaknesses on offense. Obviously, his 3-point shooting. He's only really like above average from the left corner. When he shoots from the top of the key, he kind of has like a weird hitch, if that makes any sense. I don't know what it is. It's just not as fluid as when he's hitting from the left corner. But for the simple fact he could do that, you can space him out. He's excellent in terms of moving off the ball, especially down low. Like his anticipation, like, you know, when Drew Holiday or Elfrid Payton would drive into the basket, he's always at the right place at the right time. Something that, you know, I think guys, even Mitch Robinson last year kind of struggled with. You know, I love the guy's mid-range game. His first step is really quick. He can abuse 4s and 5s. I wouldn't say he's as quick as 3s, like Nate, but he can beat them off the dribble. Just because he could beat him, especially off the first step, just because he's such a big guy who can space the floor. I've seen it where he's taking Paul George off the dribble, taking off Siakam off the dribble. In the power game, you know, when you look at his scouting from college, people are like, oh, you know, his power game, you know, blah, blah. We don't know if it translates to NBA. And honestly, it's translated fairly well to NBA. He had some few years with the Lakers where he's kind of trying to find his footing, but you know, look, he's a bowling ball, and I don't mean that like, you know, this Shaq or whatever. You know, this is a guy, even when he goes into the basket, he knows how to like lay up the ball fairly well. Like, it's not Kyrie Irving, but he knows how to position his arms where if he's going against, say, Brook Lopez, he knows how to position his arms to get the layup versus just going up and trying to barrel the ball. You know, I would say with him, his biggest deficiencies are obviously his three-point shooting, and especially on defense. You know, I think that he needs to go back. I don't know. I think Vivek said I might have been wrong, or someone said I might be wrong. He needs to go back down. I don't know. He looked a little bit lighter in that last year with the Lakers, where he was showing off his, you know, his body and how his new diet, his abs, all that stuff. When he played with the Pelicans, I know he played heavy minutes, especially when AD went down.
Mm-hmm.
But if he can get a little bit lighter, because when you look at his bone structure, it's like, you know, as corny as it sounds, but it's big bone, right? There's certain guys that they have like strong exoskeleton. So it's like they may look big, but they're not really fat. They're just kind of like, or, you know, chunky. They're just like big and solid.
I feel you. Solid. Yeah.
So if he could go back to, if he can lose a little bit more weight, I know he's taking pictures of, but for a guy like that, because your bone structure is so strong, if you can increase your stamina, get your agility up, and so you can have that second win, so you're not huffing and puffing. You know, I think on defense you can show a little bit better effort, and it also comes, you have to have that mentality, because there are games where I saw some where this guy defensively, like there are games he shut down Siakam at times. There are games where, you know, poor George couldn't get a good layup, and then there are just games where it's like he's letting guys beat him off the dribble. He letting Tobias Harrison just blow right past him. It's like, dude, like what are you doing? And also his awareness at time, it wavers. Like his defensive awareness, like it's kind of like a laziness thing where he just allows guys to shoot in front of him, lay the ball right in front of him, and it's like, you know, what are you thinking about? So a lot of defensive issues that we had as a team last year, hopefully it doesn't trickle down to him. We need somebody on the team, whether it's assistant coach, whether it's Fizdale, to be like, hey, you got to be aware at all times of defense. Even if you're not giving it 100% in terms of, you're not Draymond Green in it, right? You're not blocking everything, whatever. Put your body in the right position so that the guy doesn't have an easy lane to the basket. So it's another pass out and time is off the clock and someone has to make a frantic shot or make a less easier offensive play against a team. So that's all I don't know. On Juice.
All right. Well, you know, and today we're not really breaking down his defense. We're going to get into some stuff where we break down the Knicks defense and who can do what. But today, you know, we're just going to kind of focus on that offensive side of the floor and how, you know, Fizdale, you know, can use those guys. Nah, no worries. I'll get back to you, Nate. I'm going to get to Elfrid Payton. All right, I want to get to Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Elfrid Payton. We're going to go backwards. We're going to look at, we're going to take a look at his, you know, just his stats from last season. All right, Elfrid Payton. Last year with the New Orleans Pelicans, he only played half the season, but he averaged 10.6 points per game, 5.2 rebounds per game, 7.6 assists per game, 2.7 turnovers per game. And he shot 43% from the field and 31% from three. Now, that 31% from three, and this is embarrassing for a New York Knicks fan, but that 31% from three was better than Dennis Smith Jr. It was better than Frank Ntilikina. Still, 31% is not good. The hope is that Elfrid Payton will be able to improve his three-point shooting this season. He's had seasons where he's shot from three-point land very well. Let's see if he can improve that three-point shot. If he can improve that three-point shot, I'm just being honest with you, and I know I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that agree with me, but there's probably some people who are like, no, Dennis Smith Jr. is the starter. That's it. Well, I'm here to tell you this, folks. If Elfrid Payton, because of the way that he can control the floor, he's a floor general, and we're gonna take a look at him, and he can score. He can be crafty scoring as well. But if he can improve that to 35%, 36%, this may be your starting point guard this season. Just might be your starting point guard. And I know there's some people that agree with me, probably some people that disagree with me. Elfrid Payton did all of this last season on 29.8 minutes per game. Right? You know, we talked about this when we were talking about the position battles. And, you know, where are we going to find these minutes? But that's another story. We talked about that already. Right now, we're going to talk about what Elfrid Payton does well on the floor from an offensive standpoint. Let's talk about him being a floor general, because this is what we're going to look at when we're on the floor. He runs the team. He's not afraid to just go ahead and get into a set and make it happen and execute. Obviously, he doesn't do it every time down the floor because, you know, the game is, you know, that's the basketball game changes. Excuse me. The basketball game changes. But he runs the team. I also like the fact that his head is always up. When you look at these clips, you're going to see his head is, and when I say his head is always up, every point guard, every guard that's in the NBA learns when they're young to keep your head up, look, see what's open. Sometimes their head is up, but they're looking at the lane, right? They're looking to see, do I have any crevice where I can get to the basket? Not Elfrid Payton. When I say his head is up, I mean his head is up, surveying every aspect of the floor. He's looking to find somebody. I love that about point guards. I don't like when point guards are just looking to see if they have a lane. I like when if a point guard is just looking to straight up just start the play. Right? You know, so they run right to their spot and start the play. That's okay sometimes. But Elfrid Payton, his head is up. He's looking. He's watching. Even if a play it has been called, he's looking to see, is there something else that's happening that I can take advantage of? His head is always up. Looking for the best pass. Looking for the best option. All right. He's not afraid to make the easy pass. And so many people, especially with Frank Ntilikina, laugh at that easy pass. You know, Frank Ntilikina gets assists and, you know, but anybody would have made that pass. But you know what? Making that easy pass, I'm going to keep this on Elfrid Payton, though. Making that easy pass is important because that easy bounce pass, the right pass at the right time in the shooter's pocket is critical. Everyone thinks, you know, in order to get an assist, you got to have this crazy penetration and dish it or, you know, some crazy whatever. More likely than not, it is your basic bounce pass, your basic chest pass that gets the job done. Or just, oh, I'm here, you're right there wide open. I don't need to try to dart it down the lane. I can pass it to you because you have an open shot. He does that, and I like when point guards do that, you know, instead of trying to, some point guards, especially young point guards, want to let you know that they're a point guard. So they got to create something that makes you say, wow, what a point guard. It's not always what you got to do. So I love the fact that he makes that easy pass. Scoring. And maybe his scoring is underrated. I know, you look at it, he averages 10.6 points per game. But let's not forget, again, he's a passer. He's crafty. Right? He can be crafty in the paint. Being crafty also, to me, it signifies some intelligence. Right? When you're a crafty person, you're usually intelligent. You're looking for ways, you're finding crevices to get into that other people don't, so that you can score, so that you can, get a pass off or whatever it is. He's crafty. He has, crafty fakes. Rondo is crafty. Jason Kidd was crafty. I like that about him. He could play off the ball. That's important. When you have a team like ours, where we have so many wing players in between that 1 and that 2 position, it will be important for him to be able to play off the ball. And you're going to see in the clips that he can play off the ball. All right, so let's take a look at some of these clips. The first clip that we're going to take a look at this is him right here. I know it's a little bit blurry right now. This is him right here. And when I talk about him being a floor general that, is not afraid to just go ahead and run the play that's been called, you're going to see that this is a set play. He just goes ahead and he gets it done. Right? It's for him and Jrue Holiday. And I apologize because I wasn't able to. I kept missing out on Jrue Holiday's name in the last clip with Julius Randle. But you're going to see, simple play. He just goes ahead and he gets it done. Right? Screen from Jrue Holiday, comes off the screen, bam. All right, but I want to take it back for a second. Let's take it back for a second. And I want you to look at him when he's coming off the screen. And I apologize that this is so blurry. I'm not exactly sure why. All right, but anyway, it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Right? When he's coming off the screen, you can see him here. Right? His head is up, even coming off the screen, to see what else is happening. And why? Because this guy is going to set a pin screen right here for him to come up here. Right? So he's looking to see, all right, do I have Jrue? Do I have a shot myself? Or can I kick it out here? Or is maybe he going to duck in? Duck in here maybe so I can get a shot. Like I said, his head is always up. He's always looking. He is a floor general. All right? Take a look at him. He comes off. Nope. Jrue Holiday. Bam. All right, we'll keep it going. Again, you see he gets that pass from Julius Randle, and pay attention to it. Okay, because him and Julius Randle have good chemistry. You'll notice that as we get through this. All right, let's keep it going. And what's he do? Again, head up. Bam, finds Anthony Davis, who is going to knock down that 3-point shot. And need I not say it enough, but I'm going to say it again. This is the importance of having a shooting big man. And I don't want anyone to say, oh, you keep saying that because, you're knocking Mitchell Robinson. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's the reason why, Bobby Portis was signed to play for this team, because he's a big man that can shoot the basketball, right? And it was a very it was intentional, very intentional to the way that they picked up the players, in my opinion, in free agency, the players that they needed in free agency. And you're going to see, once again, he gets the handoff from Julius Randle, handed it off to him. He penetrates, makes the defense collapse, kicks it out to Anthony Davis, who knocks down the 3. Very clean. And do we have guards that can do this? Yes. Do we have guards that will do it? We'll see. I don't know. Dennis Smith Jr. might have pulled it up right here. Trier might have pulled it up right there. Frank probably would have kicked it out. But, you know, Frank is getting more and more in the mindset of trying to shoot the ball because it's been pounded and pounded into him that he needs to shoot the ball more. I'm noticing that he's beginning to look more at looking for his shot than finding that open person. You know, it's starting to shift. I'm not saying that he does it all the time. It's starting to shift. It's starting to shift. All right, I'm going to let this play, and then we'll go on to the next one. All right, kicks it out, bam, and there it goes. Like I said, always got his head up, always looking. Right here, I love this pass. And some people say, Sim, it's just a regular pass. I love this pass because this says, and this tells me, and hopefully it tells you, one, he's aware of where everyone is on the court. Two, he understands who his personnel is. Right? So you see him. And I'm going to take myself off the screen so you can see all of the court. But you see right now, he's got the ball here. Okay? This guy here is open. He knows this guy's a three-point shooter. He's paying attention to the floor. He's watching where everybody is. And he can see right now, he's here. He can see right now before everyone else that he's going to be open to this spot. So he's already made up his mind. I'm getting the ball to him. Right? That's how we need our guards to be thinking and looking forward. I think Frank Ntilikina does that. And some people laughed at me when I say, you know, I think that Frank Ntilikina, you know, thinks about a player two ahead sometimes, but he does. And this is what Elfrid Payton is doing right now. He knows he's going to be open right here. I'm getting it to him. So while it's a simple pass, he just passed it across the court. It's a pass of intelligence. And knowing your personnel, knowing where players are going to be, and being able to forecast what's going to happen. So he knocks it to him, bam, knocks it down. And again, a simple pass. A simple pass to the open player. Those simple passes are so effective and is not always done in this league. All right, I'm going to play it here. Pause it. You see him looking at the floor. You see where his head, you see he's looking. He's looking this way. He can see here, and where the defense is. Most likely at the side of his eye, he knows I got this guy over here no matter what. So let me see what's here. But I'll get it to him as long as nothing else closer to the basket opens up. And then there's this simple pass. These simple passes are so important, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stress it enough. And I love the fact that Elfrid Payton makes the simple pass. So what's he do? Bam, knocks it down. Simple pass. All right, let's keep it going. Again, simple pass to Julius Randle for the three at the top of the key. Simple pass to Julius Randle cutting down the lane. I'll keep saying it. The simple passes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we talked about him being crafty. You seen the shot. I'll let it go so you can see it go in. Let's rewind it. Take a look at it again. He's crafty. Crafty going to the paint. He's crafty at scoring. When he decides that he's going to score. And I think he does a good job of mixing it up. When I'm going to pass it, when I'm going to score it. All right, so you're going to see him here. Come in, bang, step back on the opposite leg, let it up, and bucket. Again here, you're going to see some more craftiness. Once again, you're going to see him penetrate to the basket. Come up with a nice little nifty shot. Bang, spin, score. Nice little crafty move to get himself open and score. Again, I like this move here. All right, I'm going to rewind that for a minute. I like this move, right? He fends the defender off. He fends him off with his body, right? He's fending him off with his body. Gets into the lane, sneaks and slithers in between, and then lays it up still with the right hand. It doesn't, you figured he might have went to his left hand, still lays it up with the right hand. This is crafty, ladies and gentlemen. And so just watch him. He's fending him off here, slip in here, and he's going to lay it up with his right hand. It's crafty. Very crafty. Boom, still lays it up with his right hand because he can see where the blocker is coming. Now, we talk about one of the things that I think is maybe underrated with him, but is very important for us, is the fact that he can play off the ball. And you are going to see him play off the ball in these next few clips. All right, boom. You see him get the ball from Julius Randle, and he knocks down the three. All right, I'm going to repeat myself about the three-point shot, because you're about to see him knock down another three-point shot. I'm going to repeat myself. His shot is not broken. His shot is not broken. His shot is not broken. I don't know why he shoots a low percentage, but I believe this guy can elevate his shot and shoot better. He has a good stroke, a natural-looking stroke. I believe that he can shoot better. And hopefully for the Knicks, he does. But again, you're going to see him off the ball. You see the penetration here, right? He knows exactly where to move. He's going to dip, slide down here. Always, just remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching basketball, and hopefully you guys, learn something when you're watching. Anytime you see someone coming towards you with the basketball, you shouldn't stay there. You got to always relocate. Why do you relocate? You relocate because your defender is probably going to help off to stop the penetration. When your defender helps off to stop the penetration, if you're back in the same spot, you see Elfrid Payton here, right? His defender is down here getting a screen anyway. But if Elfrid Payton stays here, his defender knows exactly where to go get him. Because right now his defender's looking at the basketball. He's got a straight line to the basketball. He's watching the basketball, right? So Elfrid Payton's going to relocate. He's going to move over here. Right? That makes it harder for the defender to find you. So the next time you go and you play, if you're a three-point shooter, don't stand in the same spot. You see somebody penetrate to the basket, don't stand in the same spot. It penetrates there, you relocate. You relocate going away from the basketball. That way it's easier for it to be kicked out to you. And you make it tougher for your defender. All right? Just a little tidbit next time you're at the community center, playing ball, doing your thing. Oh, and let me get that back forward. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And nope, I got to go a little bit further. And, I'm using some new technology, not new technology, but new enough technology. So I'm making a couple mistakes. Sorry about that. But you see it, bam. And you see how he relocated? Where's his defender? Defender's like, oh, where'd he go? Here he is. Gets out at him. Elfrid Payton knocks it down. Again, off the ball, and then penetrates to the basket. Elfrid Payton can penetrate to the basket as well. When he wants to go to the cup, he can go to the cup. And you see there, he went to the cup and he dunked it. All right, flushed it. Once again, he comes off, flashes to the basketball. You see Anthony Davis here coming down. He's going to flash up to the basketball. He sees the lane and he goes. All right, sees the lane and he goes. Ready? Bang. Anthony Davis set a slight screen, and then Anthony Davis is going down the post. And this is another thing that, Elfrid Payton can do with a Julius Randle. And that I would love for Fizdale to use, these type of sets with Elfrid Payton and Julius Randle. Okay, you had the on-ball guard had the ball. Elfrid Payton is playing off the basketball, right? Davis sets the screen, immediately posts. Elfrid Payton, he has the choice. He can go to the basket. He can kick it Davis in the post, whatever happens. He decides, I'm going to the cup because he sees the lane, goes down the lane, and flushes it. Bomb. Nice play. All right. Now, we're looking at Elfrid Payton playing off the ball, but this is going to kind of end, this right here is going to end our discussion, not end the discussion, but end the film instruction on Elfrid Payton. So I want to end it talking about two things. We're talking about him playing off the ball, and what you're going to see here is his ability to cut off the ball. But we're also going to talk about, and I want to bring myself over real quick, we're also going to talk about Julius Randle. Because I alluded earlier to the fact that Julius Randle can pass the basketball, and that David Fizdale should utilize his ability to pass the basketball. Okay. Should utilize his ability to pass the basketball because he can. And you're going to see in these couple of clips that he and Elfrid Payton have good ESP together. They have some good chemistry. And Julius Randle and Elfrid Payton can find each other. You're going to see in this next clip coming up, you see right now, Julius Randle has the ball. He caught the ball at the top of the key. This is another aspect of Julius Randle's game. All right, he's got the ball at the top of the key. Now, that ball can be delivered by another off guard. It can be delivered by a big man, whomever it is. Julius Randle has the ball here. Elfrid Payton has the ball here. You're going to see Elfrid Payton, boom, fly to the basket. And Julius Randle hit him with a pass. Actually, Elfrid Payton's going to look to come down and set a screen and then bomb to the basket. All right. So let's take a look at the play. Bam, cuts to the basket. Boom. Two things there. It is a great off-ball cut by Elfrid Payton. And it's a great pass by Julius Randle. All right. This is the kind of play that we hope to be getting from these two players this season. Let's take a look at it one more time. And actually, the ball is delivered to Julius Randle from Elfrid Payton. Yeah. I did it once more. So let me get back up to the spot. All right. So you're going to see here, it is delivered from Elfrid Payton. He goes down to set the screen, slips the screen, boom, to the basket. We're going to see it happen one more time. You're going to see this play here. Elfrid Payton hands the ball off to Julius Randle. Right? Again, you're seeing this chemistry between Elfrid Payton and Julius Randle. Hands the ball off to Julius Randle. Julius Randle to the cup. Kicks it back out to Payton. Knocks it down from three. Bang. All right. That's basketball stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And I think I missed one of the cuts to the basket, but you get it. You understand it. All right. I know you get it. You know, those are the things that Elfrid Payton can bring to the game. And I really do think that if Elfrid Payton improves that three-point shot, he could very well be the starting point guard of the New York Knicks next season. You know, a lot of people may disagree with me, but hey, that's what I think. Okay. I want to know what you guys think, man. I want to know I want to know how you feel about it. And do me a favor though. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. All right. I'm going to be doing a lot more breakdowns like this. I won't have as many mistakes as far as skipping the screens and stuff like that. So I'm glad you guys are sticking with me through the mistakes, just learning this new little system I got going on. So subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified anytime I go live, drop a video, or post in my community section. All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a breakdown. That's what I see from Elfrid Payton. Let me know what you think. Do you like, first of all, just let me know. Do you like when I do the film breakdown? Something you're interested in seeing more, because I want to do these. I like to do these after each game, just some breakdowns of things that I see. So let me know that. And what else? Who else do you want to see me break down? I do want to break down Mitchell Robinson. I'm gonna break down Alonzo Trier, Dennis Smith Jr. Who do you want to see me break down? What kind of duos do you want to see me break down? Let me know, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know. I am gonna get to a couple of phone calls. All right, so you can call in and speak to me. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping? And give me 1 second. I gotta get one thing correct with my calls, and we'll be ready to go. Okay. Caller, you there? Maybe not. I'll get right back to it. Anyway, I'll get back to the video chat. Once we get back to the video chat, then I'll get back to the phone calls. All right. See if we can get some calls to try to call in one more time. See if we can get these calls to go through. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping? All right. I don't think we're getting any calls at the moment. We're going to go back to the video chat and talk to these guys in the video chat. Sorry, I'm not able to get to any calls at the moment. But, it has something to do with this, like I said, new system I'm working with. But anyway, let's get to the video chat, guys. And if you were trying to call in and you can't get it, you can always join us in the appearing. I'm sorry, it's not appearing anymore. It's called whereby.com/NBK. You can jump in, say what you want to say, and then jump out. All you got to do is click the link, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Guillermo, tell me what you think, man. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, man. Elfrid Payton, right? I like the guy's game, man. Like, it's a perfect situation for him because if all else fails, right, you don't have to rely on a DSJ if he's not the one, or the fit on Frank if he's not the one. You know what I mean? So you have basically your floor. You have the guy that you want to, the type of guy that you want to run your offense. Fizdale likes guys who are heavy on the ball, and the guy he can facilitate. So at the very worst, you're getting a guy who other players can look at and learn from. I think that DSJ, DSJ is working with Chris Paul, which I think is excellent, or worked with him. I don't know what you learned from him. I hope you learned court vision. But seeing a guy like Elfrid Payton,
I'm sorry. Hold up, Guillermo. I had a little bit of an audio issue. All right, I gotta reset some things in here. I'm gonna take you guys out and then bring you guys back in. All right, so I'm going to refresh this, and then hopefully you'll be back on speaking. All right, so this is refreshing right now. And Guillermo, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, sir.
All right, there you go. Go ahead. You finish saying what you were saying, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just saying at the very worst that people can see with how Elfrid plays, you can learn court vision from him because sometimes you need somebody to teach you or to just show you, right? Some people are just hands on. Some people can't take instruction, or they can't take instruction without some type of visualization. And I think that Elfrid Payton does that in game time. Like every time, and remember, this is a guy, he also improved from the Magics, because remember the Magic, the scout on him when he was with the Magic was that he was just this guy who couldn't shoot. He just took it up one-on-one. Had a little dribble crossover, blah, blah. He could take it to the basket. Nice talent. And then gets the Pelicans. I know he got hurt for a few games, but there's a guy who can facilitate. He can push your offense. It sucks that he can't shoot well. And I'm not saying, it's before City kills me, I'm not saying that that's how you should only judge him. I disagree. I don't want to only judge him. But you just wish he could shoot, because if he could shoot, he probably would be able to solve our point guard problems. I think Elfrid Payton could be, if he could shoot, he'd be a top 20 point guard in the NBA, if not better. You know what I mean? It's just that, he can't shoot, so he can't space out. So guys can kind of play a little bit off of him. You know what I mean? So, and he has to kind of rely on his drive to the basket to create opportunities. He still has great court vision, he can pass. But when you can't shoot, guys are going to back up a little bit off of you. They know what your limitations are. But all in all, I like him. I thought Fizdale, what he got, I thought it was excellent. You get him playing with Julius Randle. You know what I mean? And like you said, you showing the clip of all those guys moving around. You know, they did that really well. I can't imagine Elfrid Payton just sitting there dribbling the ball and our offense being stagnant like it was last year. I mean, obviously we're tanking, but you know, when you get guys who can move in motion, you know, if Fizdale even tries to pull that stagnant, the guys would be like, what is this? So, you know, I just think he fits what Fizdale wants to do perfectly. At the very least, he's a floor for these guys. If these guys don't work out in terms of point guard position, you can have Elfrid Payton coming in, and the rest of the offense doesn't have to suffer because our point guard play is poor. If it is poor.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Nate.
You hear me?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, with Elfrid Payton, I mean, a couple of things I'm looking for him to excel at, which I think he will, is first off pushing the tempo in the game. I think that the Knicks are going to want to run because of all the young guys they have and fresh legs, that they're going to want to. And I think that Payton's going to be able to excel in that. But also, too, Payton, even if you play him in half court, Payton can find open players. Like, he knows how to make those pocket passes and put it in the shooter's pockets to make them successful. Like, he can make this team better. Of course, the biggest knock with Payton is shooting. I mean, let's be honest. All the point guards on our team can't shoot. I mean, they haven't proved it yet. Payton did shoot about, what you said, 43% right from the field, which isn't bad. You know, that's not too bad for a point guard. He's got to perfect that. He's got to get better at the three-point shot, because in this league, your point guards have to be able to shoot the three. I mean, you've got to be able to put points on the board. And Payton averaged, like, I think, 12 points last year? 10 points? What was it?
Payton averaged 10 points last year, yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, I said Payton averaged 10 points last year.
Okay, 10 points last year.
Yeah.
So I would expect his point thing to go up, you know, because I do think his three-point shooting will be better. But one thing I think he's going to really flourish at is he's quick enough to get to the cup on his own. Like, if he's got if he can break the defender down, he can get to the basket. You know, and if not, you know, he could throw out those passes to the three-point shooters, and kind of like the same thing I said with Randle. You know, I think early on, him and Randle are going to play really well together because they have played together. And, you know, I'd love to see how he and Mitch play together, because that could very well be because Mitch needs a good point guard. You know, he hasn't played with a good point guard yet. And I think that if Elfrid Payton can get the starting nod, I think him and Mitch can be really deadly.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay. All right. Let me see what City for real, because I know City has something to say. You know, this is his guy. And I see my man Tony Crow is trying to call in. Tony, I apologize right now, and everybody else trying to call in. You know, the phone lines are down. You know, something with the audio connection. But anyway, so you know, if you want to call in at the moment, just come to whereby.com/NBK and you can get your piece in. All right, go ahead, City.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. So go ahead, man. We broke down Elfrid Payton. I want to know what you think.
Hey, so I take it like this, man. I like the breakdown or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no flaws in it. You know what I mean? I do have to say this. So with Elfrid Payton, right, we got a jack of all trades. Like, you know what I'm saying? The guy's a Swiss Army knife. Let's just say that. Get that out the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? The guy can rebound. He can pass the ball. He can outlet. He can run the floor. I can't really say that he can play off the ball, really, because, like, his off-ball play needs work. But at the same time, the guy, I do want to say the guy, he can play defense. Like, you know what I mean? So this is why I say we got a jack of all trades. The guy didn't average a couple of triple doubles last year for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? So we get that out the way. And then we say this. If we look into Julius, to being our star, who else better to play with than your jack of all trades that you already know?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to say like, you know how sometimes like people, they be like, oh, like the players have so much say in the locker room or whatever. I'm not trying to say that's what's going to happen with our Knicks, but what I'm saying is if we're trying to use Julius, if we're going to use him as our focal point of the offense and he's going to be the main guy, like, you know, and we're bringing in his Robin. If he's Batman, we're bringing in his Robin. Like, you know what I mean? And I could totally, and I will understand if I see the guy saying, hey, guess what? Like, you know, this is my guy. Like, you know, it's like a quarterback saying, hey, I like this center versus this center because the way they do stuff or how they got the chemistry of whatever, when you're talking football, how they got the chemistry of, you know, how centers do, when they hike the ball, whatever. Anyways, I could see that happening with something like that with Julius and Payton. I could see him saying like, yo, you know what? Like, hey, this is my guy. Like, this is the guy that knows my spots. He knows how I like the ball. He knows how I like the ball to be fed. And also, again, chemistry. What are we trying to build on our team?
Right.
Chemistry with all of the young players, all of the vets. We're trying to build chemistry for us to get something in going in to win. But otherwise, though, I like the like I said, I like the breakdown of Payton, and I'm just hoping. I've been rooting for the guy, man. That's my guy. I've been rooting for him for so long, and I'm gonna keep rooting for him. So I'm hoping he does me some justice. So shout out, you know, my guy, the Elf of Wall Street. Let's get it.
No doubt. And I do want to give a shout out to a couple of people, man, for the super chats. City for real, give a shout out to you. You know, thank you for the super chats. Yeah, you said shout out to my man Simmons back in the building. Said this is your therapy, like you said earlier. And you know, good win for the G, man. Yeah, that was earlier when we first got on. And then you said if we implement some post play with Randle or pick and roll, we can be dangerous. And that's exactly what we looked at in the breakdown. You know what I mean? Randle is just a beast in the post. And then Famous, thank you for the super chat, man. Famous, you said, thanks for the knowledge, coach. I appreciate you, my man. And I'm going to keep these breakdowns coming. You know, maybe I might try to keep them a little bit shorter on each player, but I wanted to, you know, really break down these guys and show what it is that they do, you know, so that we can get a good idea of what these guys are. You know what I'm saying? So we can get a good idea of who these guys are, regardless of, you know, how long that might take sometimes. You know what I mean? I like breaking down film like that. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. You know what I mean? But it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to head out, you know, and work on the next group of guys that we're going to break down. You know, I've seen some people say they want to break down Bobby Portis. I will break down Bobby Portis a little bit because I think he's going to be Guillermo. I know you said that you
break
think
down Ellington too.
Yeah, I'll break down Ellington too. Guillermo, I know you said that you really like Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle next to each other, regardless of who starts or doesn't start. I kind of like Bobby Portis next to Julius Randle in lineups because he can spread the floor. Yeah, I can hear you.
You know what's funny? If you could break down Julius Randle's games with AD and Julius Randle's games with Jahlil Okafor, because I was thinking the same thing where when Julius Randle plays with AD, when he plays with like more of a front-facing guy, his game's a little bit more fluid because he can roam around that down low area while AD can play a little bit more on the perimeter.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it was bad with Jahlil Okafor. I don't know the splits, but you could definitely tell it's a little bit different, right? So if you could have videos of him playing with Jahlil Okafor, you know, or not videos, but, you know, little clips here and there and break it down, I guess you'll get a better feel for how he would play with Mitchell Robinson versus Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
So
because just the ability for Bobby Portis to spread that floor, I think, is going to help him out so much. Now, obviously having Mitch Robinson out there on the other side of the floor defensively, because of Julius Randle's shortcomings defensively. And we'll look at some of those things too. His shortcomings, you might need a Mitchell Robinson out there to erase some of those mistakes. You know what I mean? But on the offensive side of the floor, I like, the way it would look with Bobby Portis and Julius Randle together, regardless if it's starting or coming off the bench. I'm just speaking in terms of lineups. You know what I'm saying? I like the way those two could look together on the floor. Just hopefully defensively we'd be able to get it right defensively, with them guys on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm gonna head out, man. I'm gonna head out and do me a favor though. And right now I'm talking to folks that's new or just joining us. If you're new to the stream, you're new to the channel, hopefully you liked the breakdown, you enjoyed it, you enjoyed the conversation. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I go live, drop a video, or post in my community section. If you haven't liked the video, do me a favor, like it, hit me with a thumbs up. All right, and we have right now, what do we have? We had 300 people. We got 293 people. So I'm hoping that I can have at least 293 likes, before you guys get out of here. Like it. And that's what I'm talking about, man. So I'm going to give these guys a chance to get some last words in. And I'm going to head up out. Guillermo, we'll give us some last words.
Yeah, man. Good video, man. I like how you broke down Julius Randle. I know we're gonna go through other stuff, but yeah, man. I'm excited, man. This preseason stuff, man. It's just as soon as you get closer, niggas, like things just go very slow.
Tell me about it.
It's like, Lord Jesus, just get to the freaking season already.
Let's just get to it. Right. Yeah, exactly. Man. Let's just get to it. Yeah,
but,
appreciate it,
I'll see you guys, I guess on Friday, man. Thanks for having me.
I'll be back on Friday.
All right, bro.
All
see
right.
you, man.
Peace. Nate?
Hey, man. 30 days till the first opening game, man. It's right around the corner. Super excited. Like I said, I think this is probably the most talented and deepest team we've had in a really long time. And, Fizdale's got his work cut out for him. But, I think, we talked about it before the show about maybe Coach K inviting Coach K to come to the training camp. I think as Fizdale as a young coach, he needs to learn all he can from all these veteran coaches that have coached pros and all that, because, that's how you become better. You learn from the best, and you take what they tell you, and you kind of develop your own way of doing things. And so I think it's more benefit for him, maybe more so than the players. Yeah. Because maybe Coach K can give him some ideas of maybe what to look for, how to maybe use some systems or something. I don't know. I just think that it's great that he's reaching out to these coaches and offering them to come check out the training camp. So, hey, let Fizdale do his thing. So.
All right, man. All right, I appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right,
see you
have
Friday.
a good one. Peace. See you Friday.
Hey.
And City, take us out of here, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, I just want to say shout out to you, Sim. Shout out to the chat. And, with that being said, let's go NYK. And
without a doubt, man.
Can't wait for you to get the merch up so I can cop my bucket joint, because I'm waiting for it, bro.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? But otherwise, with that being said, hey, brother, I'll see you Friday, man.
All right. I'll see you Friday, man. Peace.
For sure.
Later. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for being here with me. That was a breakdown of Julius Randle and Elfrid Payton. Hopefully you enjoyed the breakdown. We plan on doing more breakdowns. We're going to do, and I plan on doing breakdowns even during the season after the games, doing some video breakdown and some things like that. Do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Ring that notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I go live or drop a video, post in my community section or whatever it is, man. I'll be back on Friday, 11 p.m. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here, man. Peace.
That's the jig.